And just like that, we're back with yet again another update on Hbar. Shout out to the Hbar family for showing tremendous amount of love day in, day out. I apologize I wasn't able to give you guys an update last night, but sometimes you do need to take a little bit of a break. But you are back. We're going to be talking about what's really happening and what we could be expecting going into Friday morning. Speaking about the market itself, you are looking at a major bloodbath yet again. And now, there were people literally 2-3 days back, in the comments saying you're just overly bearish for no reason. Market is going to bounce up. And here we are, guys, exactly, and I repeat, exactly what I have been speaking to you guys about over the course of the last few days has really been playing out. And if you're looking at the markets, we're seeing a lot of red, and Hbar down 7.3%. And I know some people are going to come out and say, well, Hbar's going down, this and that, but you need to take a look at, the broader market reaction. It's not just Hbar, it's the entire market. And even in the last 1 hour, you are seeing the broader market down. But let's take a closer look and see what's happening. Before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So Hbar's price is at about 23 cents, down 7.2% in USD and about 6% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap at about $8.7 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about 372.6 million. But look what's happening with the dominance index. And there's a lot of people that still ignore this. You don't want to be ignoring this. If you are a follower of the Crypto ZX channel, this is something you really want to learn and pay very close attention to. And you're literally looking at the dominance index picking up, and we're almost sitting at 62%. And this right here is a huge catalyst. And top of that, Bitcoin. What has Bitcoin been doing? Because like I said, I wasn't able to give you guys an update yesterday. And honestly speaking, I did not even look at the markets that much today. But yeah, let's kind of really take a look at the markets and understand what's happening. So you can see, BTC actually ended up going down to $95,545. We have seen a little bit of a bounce since then, but again, in terms of, out of the woods, absolutely not. And now you're starting to realize how important that $97,700 key resistance really is. And I've been speaking to you guys about, if the price of Bitcoin is unable to stay above this key resistance, I am not getting excited. And guess what? That's exactly where you're seeing Bitcoin finding a little bit of a hard time breaking out of. Are we about to see more downside for the crypto markets, especially retesting the likes of the 92,000? Speaking about the $92,000 price point, it's still on the table because, of course, we are obviously holding at some key support. But if this does not hold, there is a strong chance that we do go down to that level. But let's really analyze and take a look at what's happening with Hbar, because of course that's what everyone wants to know. So this right here is, of course, the bigger picture on the daily time frame. You're looking at the price, of course, sitting in the 61.8. We're literally almost at the neckline of the support itself. But let's take a closer look and understand. But before I show you guys a closer look, you could really understand we do have significant amount of support around the 61.8 support line, as well as if we were to drop below it, there is a significant amount of support. But with that said, let's really analyze and take a look at what's happening sorry, on the hourly time frame. Let's give it a refresh live. There we are. So you can see this for yourself, guys. We at this point, and this is what I'm saying based off of looking at the charts right now, we saw a major pullback, a significant bloodbath going down to the likes of 17 cents. And as I've stated to you guys before in my updates, when you see moves like this, there usually is a little bit of a bounce, whether it's a dead cat bounce, or in actual reality, the market actually bouncing for good towards the upside, you always do tend to see a bounce. And in Hbar's case, and with the overall broader market, but Hbar to be specific, did bounce back 57.7% right off the bat from this wick down to 17 cents. But look where we got rejected at that key resistance. At that exact key resistance, we got rejected. And I've spoken to you guys about this key resistance countless of times, and we got rejected. And since then, you're literally looking at another rejection at the key resistance, and has been going towards the downside. And we're about to retest the 61.8 support line for the first time in about, I would say, a few days to be exact. So we're approaching a very significant amount of support, and I would not be surprised if Bitcoin does not hang around the levels where it is if we do retest the 22 cents mark. But what I want you guys to understand is if you're if the price of Hbar drops below the 61.8 at 22.2 cents, there it could honestly make its way down to 19 cents quite fast, depending on what the dominance does. And if you want to put this into perspective, we're looking at a move of about 17%. So a sharp drop, if that were to happen. But we need to understand the way dominance is rising and the way Bitcoin is looking, it's not looking good just as of now. Even if we were to see a shakeout, does that change any of my overall targets towards the upside? Absolutely not. This is part of the game, and I've said this 1,000 times. In a bull market, you see these major pullbacks, and right now, Bitcoin's still remaining within the 23.6, but you can really start to see the weakness for BTC over the last few days. If it's not able to hold around here, I do believe we do see this target, and this could really impact Hbar's price as well. So here, let's actually go back to the daily time frame and really understand. And so I've said this to you guys before, in the last update, you have seen about a 65 to 70%, if you include this wick, drop from the last cycle. And as of now, if you're looking at Hbar, from the yearly high, Hbar has dropped about 54%. If it were to replicate the last cycle, we could be making our way down to the likes of 13.4 cents even. And I know that's going to be a very spooky time for a lot of, altcoin holders. But again, this should be a learning lesson why you want to be locking in profits. Do not listen to the trolls in the comments. If your portfolio is too much that you cannot afford to lose, it's the best sign to lock some profits in. We could see a little bit of a bumpy road ahead of us if Bitcoin does not hold around these levels and dominance, shoots up and fills this wick, which looks like it's going to. Obviously, as of now, you guys know the trajectory is towards the downside, which it seems like. But of course, I'll keep you guys covered. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX and peace.